Hi, I'm Laura Schopen. I'm with Schopen Healing Arts. This is my very first video, and I'm really glad you're watching. So I hope you'll um, tune into my channel, like my videos, those good things. I'm sharing in this format because what I do is not mainstream and people don't have a good understanding. I know I didn't myself about the kind of work that I'm involved in. Um, and because I love it. And so I want to share more about what I love and why I love it. And I want to share some stories with you about things that I've seen happen with myself and my clients. I want to both educate you and also help you feel empowered and better about yourself. And what I mean by that is we can take our problems very seriously and we can beat ourselves up because we have them. And I hope that in these videos I can help you appreciate that there is some good reason that you have them and it's not your fault. And there's help for you. And I can't tell you enough how it's important that you believe in yourself and that each one of us has a hard path to walk in this life. Very often there are many things that don't go smoothly for us. So be gentle with yourself and accept yourself wherever you are in this path, on this journey, and know that it is a journey, and know that there is support for you. I want to say that I'm not a mental health practitioner, and I'm not a counselor, and I'm not a physician or anyone licensed to diagnose or treat any physical or mental illness. And if you have a mental or physical illness, or if you are concerned that you might, please make sure that you see the right practitioner and receive the treatment that you need. So I'm not a replacement for that important type of therapeutic intervention, but I can work complementary if you're seeing a doctor for an issue or a mental health practitioner for an issue. So what I do does not replace those worlds, but it can be complementary. And I'm going to make these videos very short so that we don't get bored. I'm not able to tell you a lot about all that I do, obviously, in just a few minutes, but let me just tell you that Reiki, hypnotherapy, the angel work that I do, and the spiritual life coaching, all of them, what they might have in common, you could say, is that they deal with the person at a much deeper level than our normal conscious awareness. In fact, what I like to say is I'm dealing with the subconscious energetic content of a being. And I know that's a bit of a kind of nebulous thought in your mind right now. What do I mean by that? But subconscious content is energy that is stored as a belief or a memory or some kind of trauma or, unprocessed emotion. It can be many things. It could be from when we were very young. It could be from when we were pre-verbal. It could be from when we were in uterine. It could be from, not long ago at all, but we can't shake it. And I help people deal with themselves at that level so that they can unblock what's been trapping them or causing them to not achieve the goals that they want to achieve, or causing them to always self-sabotage at the last minute when they get something going and it's going the right direction. There's a good reason for those things, and it's not your fault. But this is my personal feeling, it's our challenge and our obligation to heal in this life. And so I encourage you to face that energy in yourself and to find some supportive way, gentle and ultimately very loving way to deal with yourself at that level. So I'm going to be posting a lot more about all of the things that I do, but I want to leave you with one easy story that you can remember, and that is I had a client once and she wanted to learn how to do three things. She wanted to learn how to play bridge, she wanted to learn how to play piano, and she wanted to get up 15 minutes early and practice yoga. And this was all because she had just retired and she wanted to finally give herself something that was good for her. So it sounded like a really great plan, and I thought this lady had a very inspired idea to care for herself like that. And after the first couple sessions, we were doing our check-in on week 3, and everything was going well except for yoga. So she was playing really well on the piano. You know, she was learning her scales and going to her classes, having fun. Her bridge was going really well, and yoga was not going very well. And she had already tried by this point setting her clock back or going to bed earlier or making these little adaptations to trick herself into, you know, being willing to get up. But actually what was happening is the resistance to getting up was getting stronger. So it was just 15 minutes earlier to do yoga. So I asked her if she would be willing to do an age regression in hypnosis with me, because that was clearly something happening at a deeper level that was blocking her, and she agreed. And so this feeling of resentment about having to get up that was building and building and getting stronger and stronger as we worked together, we focused on that and really heightened that feeling in her. And then we asked her subconscious to take her to the very first time that she felt that way. And she went immediately to being 4 years old, to a memory that she had not recalled in many, many years. And she was in bed and she was being rousted awake by her siblings. And the situation was that their family was very poor, and as part of their summer obligations, the whole family, all the girls in the family, and she was the baby of the family, had to get up and go pick berries to sell to make money so that they could keep food on the table. So this little girl felt really mad. She didn't want to get up. She wanted to stay in the covers. And I'm sure there was a lot of other feelings about the situation that she couldn't even verbalize because she was so young. And, you know, the resentment around that time, it wasn't really anybody's fault. It was just the situation she was in. It was very quick for her to express what needed to be expressed that couldn't be expressed then, and to fully process and to integrate that energy, because of course her adult self was well aware of what the scenario had been and didn't have a problem with anything that had gone on. It just was what it was, and everybody was doing their best. But the little girl had been trapped in there all those years. And this work was really successful and helpful for her, and it was easy for her to get up. When she was back in our next session, she had conquered that problem. So yoga was going well. But at the end of the day, this woman got a lot more than she even came in for, because she reclaimed a part of herself that she didn't realize had been kind of stuck and stunted in its growth and was probably inhibiting her in other ways as well. So that's just a simple example. And the work that I do in all the different modalities, while the techniques may be very different, you can think of them as all kind of dealing with those blocked areas that we carry that are not in our awareness. So how could we possibly have known? Because our intelligence knows otherwise. But yet we have no bridge between those two worlds unless we are taught how to. So, okay, so that's a little bit about the work that I do. You get to see a little bit about who I am and what I am excited and passionate about. And I really am glad you tuned in. I hope you'll tune in to my next